Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to Unexplored Cyrodiil. Today we're going to be checking out Sercen, which is an Ayleid ruin that is just north of the Imperial City. It's just west of where we visited last time, Fort Chalman. Now, this location is actually quite small, but it does have some decent loot, 3 random locked chests, and 10 Welkin stones. So let's dive into it. And here you can see its location on the map just north of the Imperial City, west of the Roxy Inn. Now, as you approach from the east, you're going to find this Ayleid Well, and these wells are kind of scattered around Oblivion, and then you can activate to draw its power. So, pretty good. Make sure you come by and collect. After that, we can actually see Sercen off in the distance. I was just kind of looking around there, nothing much else of interest. And then here is Sercen. And Sercen is just a very old ruin, obviously, kind of in a bad state. It has not been maintained at all. As I approached, I found a dog and some kind of like bandit camping outside. Unfortunately, I had to kill the dog, and then of course I had to kill the bandit because, well, he was angry at me for killing his dog. After that, you can kind of loot around, but there isn't a whole lot outside. There's this small tent and like a barrel that we can loot, but nothing really of interest. And after that, we can head on inside. Now, once inside, you're going to be confronted by a pretty large gang of bandits. And I actually found these initial fights to be pretty difficult. So I snuck up on these 2 bandits, and then I was able to just draw them back and kill them. Now, this first group was pretty easy to kill. But after this, the bandits started using magicka, and like they used drain strength or drain speed on me, which was actually pretty difficult to fight against. But using sneak attacks and kind of just running in, getting a few of their attention and then backing off, I was able to eventually kill all of them. So you might need to employ different tactics, especially if you're a lower level, such as me. At this time I was only a level 2, but I did level up to level 3 during this encounter, so that's pretty good. And then obviously we have the bandit ringleader, who is very strong. My magic did like almost nothing to him, but just slowly getting rid of his health, and then using my sword and blocking to finally kill him. And after that, we can loot his body, obviously, and he had not really a whole lot on him, though, but he did have a lockpick, so we'll obviously take that. Now, after that, we can find the Welkin stones, and these stones are very valuable, and there's 10 of them at this location, which is pretty freaking great. And they're just kind of scattered across the room. Some of them are on the ground, like this one, but the vast majority of them, maybe 8 or 7 of them, are on top of these pillars, so you just kind of approach and then you just take it. Very easy. Now, I found all 10, so I'll speed it up so you don't have to watch me slowly grab all of them, but if you need it, you can slow down the video yourself and see the location, at least for me. Now, obviously, these stones completely refill your magicka bar. So if you're running a playthrough as a mage or just a focus on magicka, these are very useful for you. After that, like I said, there's 3 chests around here with random difficulty locks that are scaled to the player level, and obviously they contain random loot. Some of them were average lock for me, and some were very easy, so definitely make sure you take them. I also found some spell tomes inside of this one, which is pretty darn good. Also, you can look in these crates and other places, of course, for loot. And then the last chest is hidden behind this average lock door. Not really hidden, you can see it from the other side of the door, but we have to pick the lock in order to access the chest. And there we go. So, pretty easy. Now, this location's pretty small, but it had a pretty awesome fight, and it also has some pretty darn good loot. Now, this location also has some pretty disturbing history related to the Ayleids, also known as the Heartland High Elves, who were the race of elves that ruled over Cyrodiil in the First Era. And during the time of the Elysian Slave Rebellion, Sercen was known for its brutality, with legends speaking of gut gardens, where the Ayleids derived pleasure from subjecting slaves to art torture. Pretty messed up, pretty scary. Anyways, with that, I'll leave you guys to ponder and think about that. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations for future videos, future locations, please post them in the comment section below. And as always, until next time.